Good morning, dear Venerable Sir. Today we are going to start our new lesson. Lesson 14, the 12 consciousness immaterial sphere. Last day we discussed how to get uh, immaterial consciousness through Kasina meditation. So today we are going to learn further the consciousness of the fifth absorption, which is distant from corporeality and has been made peaceful and sweet, is called consciousness of the immaterial sphere. Like the consciousness of the fine material sphere, it is also divided into three as wholesome, resultant, functional. Like fine material sphere, Rupavachara Chitta. Can you remember the Rupavachara Chitta, fine material consciousness we divided to three parts: wholesome, resultant, functional. Same, the immaterial consciousness also can be divided to three parts: wholesome, resultant, and functional. The four wholesome consciousness of the immaterial sphere, wholesome, the Arupavachara Kusala Chitta, wholesome consciousness of the sphere of boundless space, Akasananchayatana, Kusala Chitta, boundless space. Wholesome consciousness of the sphere of boundless consciousness, Vijnananchayatana. Wholesome consciousness of the sphere of nothingness, Akinchajñāyatana. Wholesome consciousness of the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception, Neva Sanya, Na Sanyayatana. There are four types of consciousness: immaterial sphere consciousness, Akasananchayatana, Vijnananchayatana, Akinchajñāyatana, Nevasanya, Nasanyayatana. There are four consciousness as above according to variation of object. According to object, we can divide it into these four. The only consciousness that varies according to object is this consciousness of the immaterial sphere. So there are four types of consciousness because of variation of the object. Consciousness of the immaterial sphere can be produced only by those who have attained the fifth absorption of the fine material sphere. Do you want to attain immaterial sphere consciousness? You must develop Rupavachara consciousness, fifth dhyana. There are fifth dhyanas, the five. First dhyana, second dhyana, third dhyana, fourth dhyana, fifth dhyana. Do you need attain Arupavachara immaterial consciousness? You must develop up to fifth dhyana. Without fifth dhyana, you cannot attain immaterial dhyana. Some of those who have attained the fifth absorption of the fine material sphere see the difficult is utilizing the corporeal body, and that being have to undergo much difficulties because of it. So Rupa, the body is very difficult. Difficulties arise because of this corporeality. Rupa is undergo to sicknesses and various kind of suffer. So you regarding these difficulties, you want to remove the corporeality and get get disenchanted with the corporeal body and develop absorption with the expectation of acquiring a formless becoming. So, with the expectation of the formless becoming, arupa bhava, formless becoming, then you practice arupa jhana in order to remove this corporeality body, and you want to be a immaterial life. This is how the absorption of the material sphere are produced. The person who attained the fifth absorption of the fine material sphere stay a short time in the absorption consciousness focusing on external object kasina other than space. There are 10 kasina, no? There are 4 color kasina: Neela, Pita, Lohita, Odata. Blue kasina, yellow kasina, red kasina, white kasina. We call color kasina. And Bhuta kasina we call Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo. Fire, water, wind and earth. And light kasina and space, Akasa kasina. So, when you attain to Akasa kasina, you cannot use as object enter to immaterial consciousness. So, besides the space, without the space kasina, through this space kasina, you cannot attain to immaterial consciousness. So, another 9 kasina object you can use as a meditation object, but space cannot use other than space. Mentally focus on the external sign which was the object of absorption consciousness with the expectation of going away from it and being to meditate considering it is be space and not a form. So, when appear your sign of kasina, then you enlarge, spread whole world your kasina nimitta, then you determine this kasina nimitta become a space. Then you again attain to kasina samadhi, then your kasina nimitta disappear and space, the akasa appear. You can contemplate as a space, akasa, anantakasa, limitless akasa, space. Then you attain, you appear the space. So, when meditating in this manner, the kasina sign of form will disappear and space will appear, where the first kasina sign was seen. Before there was a kasina sign, but now it is disappear, it's appear the akasa, space, limitless akasa. The space so seen is called the Katinugati Kasaya. We call the space issuing forth from the kasina object, Kasinugataka, because it was taken from the kasina. So, removing the kasina object, you attain to space, boundless space, we call Katinugata. When meditating further as space, the fourth absorption of the fine material sphere, which was on a sign of form, will re-arise with space as the object. Producing it amounts to removing the fifth absorption of the fine material sphere from the sign of form. The fifth absorption removed from the sign of form is the first consciousness of the immaterial sphere. So, detach, it is away from the Kasina sign, then you attain to space sign, space, Ananta Akasa, then we call it is the first immaterial consciousness in the immaterial sphere. The space that is captured by the Yogavachara mind is something felt by the mind and not a thing which really exists. It is a convention. There is no beginning for the space that does not really exist. There is no end there either. So this space, there are no either beginning or end. So we call the limitless, therefore it is called the endless space. The first wholesome consciousness of the immaterial sphere is named Akasananchayatana, wholesome consciousness, because it consists of the absorption focusing on endless space. So, the first consciousness we call Akasananchayatana because it nimitta we call Ananta Akasa, boundless space, limitless space. The meaning of Akasananchayatana, wholesome consciousness, is that it is the wholesome consciousness which focuses on endless space. Akasananchayatana, wholesome consciousness, is mean the endless space, limitless space. The Yogavachara who attain the Akasananchayatana absorption will, with the intention of further distancing the object of form, dispel the space with become the object of first consciousness of the immaterial sphere, will focus on that consciousness and begin to meditate as consciousness. So this Ananta Akasa, the limitless space, it is your nimit of the Akasananchayatana. Then you catch the consciousness, the boundless, limitless consciousness. You practice meditation which consciousness which your Ananta Akasa, limitless space. So it is the limitless space arises in your consciousness, vijnana. So the next object you can take the consciousness, the limitless consciousness, for it is based to Akasananchayatana. So then you focus that limitless consciousness as consciousness, ananta vijnana, like this, you can contemplate and practice meditation. Then when you develop your concentration according to limitless consciousness, then second immaterial consciousness will arise. We call Vijnananchayatana because it based in your limitless vijnana. The meaning of Vijnananchayatana, wholesome consciousness, is that it is the consciousness connecting the absorption focusing on consciousness. Furiously, we focus the limitless space. We call Akasananchayatana. Then second, you focus that consciousness which before based to Akasananchayatana. Then that consciousness you can contemplate as boundless, limitless consciousness. Then arise Vijnananchayatana. Even those who have attained absorption do not often have the absorption consciousness, the absorption consciousness is not present at the time of living with another consciousness. This Vijnanan Chayatana, this consciousness also not permanent, but it is also when you thinking another, it disappear. It is not the whole day or whole, so it can be changed. This Vijnanan Chayatana, when you remember or when you see something, then this Vijnanan Chayatana consciousness disappear. So that disappearance, focus in that disappearance of Akasanan Chayatana, Vijnanan Chayatana consciousness, then he can attain to next Samadhi. It focus the nothingness, the Vijnanan Chayatana consciousness, it nothingness, we call natti kinchi, natti kinchi. You can contemplate natti kinchi, natti kinchi. So there are nothing. When you practice like this, then your consciousness, the next consciousness we call akinchanyayatana, wholesome consciousness will arise. Its object nothingness. Which nothingness? The Vijnanan Chayatana consciousness. So this consciousness not permanent, but not it is long time. When you change your mind, then it is disappear. So that disappearance, you focus the next chitta, then you practice this nothingness, then you can enter to akinchanyayatana, wholesome consciousness. This is the third consciousness, which is the third immaterial absorption consciousness will arise by focusing on the absence of the first consciousness of the immaterial sphere. Okay, then can you remember we are practicing this all immaterial consciousness based on the first space, boundless space, then the consciousness focusing this boundless space, then the vijnana, this consciousness disappearance, it nothingness and absent, the nature of absent we focus in, we attain to akinchanyayatana. Then the meaning of akinchanyayatana, wholesome consciousness, is that it is the absorption consciousness which focus on the absence of the first consciousness of the immaterial sphere. The Yogavachara who has attained the third immaterial absorption will establish in the third absorption and begin to meditate as this is peaceful, this is peaceful. Then there is the akinchanyayatana, wholesome kusala chitta, it is very peaceful and with very calmness. Then you practice this calmness and peaceful as this is peace, santa metam, panita metam, santa metam, panita metam, like this, it is peaceful. It is peaceful. Then you practice this peacefulness. Then you, when you practice, you contemplate as like this, then you enter to another samadhi. With this meditation, the fourth immaterial absorption consciousness will arise by focusing on the third immaterial absorption consciousness. Third absorption consciousness, very peaceful, very calm. Then you focus in this calmness and peacefulness, you can attain to fourth step. It is the highest consciousness in terms of subtlety. There is no other consciousness which is more subtle. It is so subtle that the Yogavachara who lives within find it difficult to know. Does he live with a consciousness or does he live without a consciousness? Very subtle consciousness. He cannot feel his consciousness is absent or not. Then it is so subtle that for immaterial absorption consciousness is called the neva sanya, na sanya, wholesome consciousness. Okay? The meaning of neva sanya, na sanya consciousness is that it is the wholesome consciousness which is subtle to the extent of having or not having a consciousness. So neither perception nor not perception. So like it is very calm and quiet, peaceful place. So it is the highest level attainment of the mind. So there are 4 types of immaterial consciousness. We practice based on kasina nimitta. First we appear kasina nimitta, then you practice kasina nimitta as space. Where the kasina nimitta appear, you practice this kasina nimitta as space, limitless space. Then the limitless space which focus consciousness, that consciousness base, you practice based on this consciousness as a consciousness. Then Vijnana Chayatana arise. Then this Vijnana Chayatana also sometime it disappear. When you do another thing, then this consciousness not continue. Then this disappearance focusing, you can enter to Akinchanyayatana. Then this Akinchanyayatana consults it very calm and peaceful. This peaceful, you focus in, you can enter to next concentration we call Neva Sanya, Na Sanyayatana. That is the way how to develop fine immaterial consciousness. Okay, Venerable, it is little hard to understand, but do you have any doubts about this immaterial consciousness? Yes. Yeah, yeah. Colors, elements. Are they two akasa and aloka? Yes. Okay, we have some question. Yes. Akasana Chayatana and aloka. Aloka is light. Light. The first question, what type of consciousness is called a consciousness of the immaterial sphere? What type of consciousness is called a consciousness of the immaterial sphere? Yes. So it is, yes, immaterial sphere. Why we call which types of consciousness? So it is away from matter, corporeality. So they detach of corporeality, then they absorb the concentration away from corporeality. That kind of consciousness we call immaterial. because immaterial mean without material, away from materials. So we away from the material things, we absorb the immaterial consciousness. What causes that variation of the consciousness of the immaterial sphere? What are the reasons? Only one reason. According to object. According to object, it is variation because the first one, the object akasananchayatana, this space, then viññānañchayatana, consciousness, then nothingness, then the peacefulness. What are the object of the four consciousness of the immaterial sphere? The first one, akasananchayatana, is limitless space. Then viññānañchayatana, the limitless consciousness. Then akinchanyayatana, nothingness about consciousness. Then neva-saññā na-saññāyatana is the peacefulness of consciousness. Then we call no, neither perception nor non-perception. Neva-saññā na-saññāyatana. Okay, lesson 15, resultant consciousness, resultant functional of the immaterial sphere. Resultant function of the immaterial sphere. The person who has attained the immaterial absorption will be born in the immaterial world with the power of such merit. Who anyone develop immaterial consciousness, as a result of this merit, he can reborn in the immaterial world, sphere. Absorption consciousness equal to the immaterial wholesome will arise to case birth and remain in the immaterial becoming. They are result of the immaterial sphere. So they reborn in the birth take place in the immaterial sphere. There are four resultant consciousness of the immaterial sphere called resultant consciousness of akasananchayatana, resultant consciousness of viññānañchayatana, resultant consciousness of akiñchanyayatana, resultant consciousness of the neva-saññā na-saññāyatana. So those are resultant. Where they are resultant appear? Yes, next time, where the place? Immaterial sphere. Material sphere, akasanancha, in akasananchayatana, this first consciousness chitta as a patisandhi viññāna. It appears as a patisandhi viññāna. We call vipaka, patisandhi vipaka and pravrti vipaka. There are only two kinds of vipakas. No? Then patisandhi vipaka appear in immaterial sphere, this consciousness. When you reborn in akasananchayatana, then your resultant consciousness appear as patisandhi viññāna. The consciousness of the being in the senses and fine material sphere exists in association with corporeality. They do not have the strength to exist without a corporeality body. So sense sphere consciousness arises together with this physical body. So they cannot away from this physical body. They do not have strength to exist without corporeality body. Results in the immaterial sphere have developed in manner that can exist without corporeality. So immaterial consciousness, they how develop? Because they away from corporeality. They reject in the corporeality. So therefore no corporeality body arises with the rebirth. consciousness in the immaterial sphere. They live a very long time because of the consciousness. So, immaterial world not appear any types of materials, only mentality. So, they live long time, so many couples. So, because of this mentality, there are no any corporeality body. They live a very long time because of this consciousness. Senses being have to undergo endless suffering because they have to utilize a corporeal body. So as Rupa Bhumi, the sense sphere world, they appear physical body, then it is undergo to so many difficulties, sicknesses and disturbances. But in immaterial sphere, there are no corporealities, no body, then there are no any suffer like these. The immaterial being have none of these. The immaterial have a well-being very close to the well-being in Nibbana. So this immaterial well-being feel like a Nibbana, but very peaceful, very happiness. It's close to Nibbana. Senses being have a well-being experienced by satisfying the faculties with external objects. They formless being do not need any external object. Their life of senses being is like rice. It is tasteless of other thing are not combined with it. No? It's a sense sphere word like a rice. So can we eat only rice? When we eat rice, we need so many curries, no? Delicious and other things, because rice not delicious. Like the sense sphere life. But the immaterial life, the formless life is like a piece of cake. Something else does not have to be combined to make it tasty. So the immaterial being, their life like a piece of cake. No need add any more. It's still tasteful. So like the immaterial world, very peaceful and happy. The life itself is well-being for the formless being. There is a status called the attainment of extinction, which is specific to Anagami and Arahant being. Attainment of extinction, we call Nirodha Samapatti in Anagami and Arahant. It is living without consciousness. So Nirodha Samapatti means living without consciousness. The Nirodha, they can free from, they can end the consciousness, without consciousness. It can be practiced only by Arahant who have attained all five material, immaterial absorption and Arahant. The immaterial absorption which are produced by Arahant do not have the strength to produce result, are only functional consciousness of the immaterial sphere. So, who anyone an Arahant when practice immaterial consciousness, then we call functional, because they not produce result in future. There are four functional consciousness of the immaterial sphere, such as Akasananchayatana, like there are four, Viññānañchayatana, Akiññāyatana, Neyasanya, Nasanyayatana. So, who anyone an Arahant, if they need attain to Nirodha Samapatti, they should fulfill all 8 attainment. Then they practice Akasananchayatana, such as the material consciousness. But they don't have any wholesome. because now they already arahat. Now, but then they are developed this jhana, their mind arise consciousness we call functional consciousness. There are 12 consciousness of the immaterial sphere as 4 wholesome consciousness, 4 resultant consciousness, and 4 functional consciousness. So, this all 4 arupa jhana can be divided to 3 parts, wholesome, resultant, and functional. They are all consciousness of the 5th absorption. As feeling, they are equanimous. The all consciousness, immaterial consciousness are associated with equanimous because 5th jhana factors, upekha, ekagata, 5th jhana factors are together with arise this consciousness. Although all consciousness of the immaterial sphere are equal in terms of being in the 5th absorption, later immaterial consciousness are more present and greater than lower immaterial absorption consciousness. But all consciousness, same mental factor we know, equanimity and one-pointedness, upekha, ekagata. Even though both all are same, but when going to up, the lower one, the very peaceful than lower, the highest one. Highest one very peaceful than lower. So, the akasananchayatana and viññānañchayatana. Viññānañchayatana feelfulness and higher than akasananchayatana. So like this, when the nevasanya nasanyayatana, the highest happiness, highest present. The consciousness of the fine material and immaterial sphere are also referred to as Mahagata. Okay, we refer as a Mahagata. What are the sense sphere wholesome? We introduce the name Mahakusala. But here the both material and immaterial consciousness are referred as Mahagata. Consciousness, as they do not belong to common people, belong only to higher being and the produce and mentality maintained by higher beings. There are 27 Mahagata consciousness. So there are 27. What are the 27? Yes, 15 plus 12. 15 plus 12. 15 fine material consciousness and 12 immaterial consciousness, both we together call Mahagata. There are 9 wholesome Mahagata consciousness. There are 9 resultant. 9 are functional. There are 3 consciousness of the first absorption. There are 3 each of the second, third, fourth absorption consciousness. There are 15 fifth absorption consciousness. There are 12 glad-minded Mahagata consciousness. There are 15 equanimous consciousness. The 81 consciousness consisting of 54 consciousness of the sense sphere, 15 consciousness of the fine material sphere, and the 12 consciousness of the immaterial sphere are called mundane consciousness. 81 consciousness. They are 17 mundane wholesome consciousness. They are 32 mundane resultant consciousness. There are 20 functional consciousness. Among the 81 mundane consciousness, 31 are glad-minded. Somanasa sahagata. 31. There are 47 equanimous consciousness. Upekka sahagata. 47. There are sad-minded consciousness. Three are sad-minded consciousness. These numbers are obtained by including body consciousness as well-being as of well-being as glad-minded and body consciousness of suffering as sad-minded. Okay, there are 3 sad-minded consciousness. We call dukkha sahagata kaya viññāna also add to sad-minded. Then we have question. We can check your memorize. What type of consciousness are called results of the immaterial sphere? What type of consciousness are called results of the immaterial sphere? Yes, when we reborn in immaterial world, then consciousness which arises as a result in immaterial world we call arupavachara vipaka. How can consciousness exist without corporeality body? Yeah, they are the mind associate mentality, not corporeality body. They associate mentality, namakaya. Then they associate this namakaya and the long life they live. Why does the becoming with no corporeality become good? Why does the becoming with no corporeality become good? Without body. When arises this body, corporeality, then it's undergo to so many difficulties, very sicknesses and so many difficulties. Then without body, then there are no, yes, no pain. Why do arahant who have no future birth develop immaterial absorption? For what? Because they need attain to Nirodha Samapatti. So, one who need to attain Nirodha Samapatti must develop Arupavachara, Rupavachara and Arupavachara 8 attainment. In order to attain Nirodha Samapatti, they Arahant develop immaterial consciousness. What is the name applicable to consciousness of both fine material and immaterial sphere? Mahagata Chitta. Sorry. How many mundane consciousness are there? What are they? How many mundane consciousness are there? 81. 81 consciousness. So, 54 sense sphere and 15 fine material, 12 immaterial. How many mundane results are there? What are they? 32. What are they? Yes. The resultant 8 unwholesome rootless 7 and wholesome 8 and 8 wholesome resultant and 5 fine material resultant and 4 immaterial resultant. All are we call 32. How many functional consciousness are there? What are they? There are 20. What are they? 3 rootless functional. Then 8 wholesome functional. 5 fine material functional. 4 immaterial functional. There are 20. So you should familiar with this counting. Again and again remember that consciousness, and you should expert about that consciousness. Then it is very easy for you to study Abhidhamma, because when you study Patthana, then you should count so many times what are the wholesome, what are the resultant, what are the consciousness you should imagine. Venerable, do you have any doubts about that lesson, previous lesson? We discussed fine material, resultant, functional, wholesome, consciousness. Now we are close to end of this lesson, the first chapter. This is the mundane, supramundane consciousness. Okay, let's move next lesson. No, we have a little time. The lesson 16, the 8 supramundane consciousness. Now we discussed 81 consciousness according to mundane, Lokiya Chitta. Now we are going to learn supramundane consciousness. 8 mental factors of right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration is called the Noble Eightfold Path. There are 8 factors, mental factors, we call Noble Eightfold Path. This matter will progressively develop in the mind of the Yogavachara who practice insight meditation with the intention of crossing the world consisting of samsara. So, the one who need to free from this samsara must practice and develop these 8 mental factors we call Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path, which has developed to the extent that it can make the Yogavachara destroy defilement in a manner that they will not arise again and attain Nibbana. So when these mental factors very powerful, when arise together with your consciousness, the all 8 factors together, then we call Magga Chitta, path consciousness arise. When arise this path consciousness, that energy, that ability to free from some defilement, but that defilement, this never arise again. That is why we call path consciousness. Is called the supramundane path. The consciousness consisting of such supramundane path is called the supramundane consciousness. The consciousness which arise totally eradicate your defilement. But not only all, when arise Sotapanna Chitta, then some kind of defilement eradicate. Then eradicating defilement arise consciousness we call supramundane consciousness. The supramundane path of increase in strength will arise on 4 occasions in the mind of one person. So supramundane consciousness arises only 4 times in one person. Okay? The first supramundane path is named path of extreme entry, Sotapatti Magga Chitta. Sorry. The second supramundane path is named path of once returner, Sakadagami Magga. The third supramundane path is named path of non-return, Anagami Magga. And the fourth supramundane path is named path of holiness, Arhat Magga. There are 4 supramundane wholesome consciousness that arise according to the supramundane path, and they are path consciousness of extreme entry, path consciousness of once return, path consciousness of non-return, path consciousness of holiness. Sotapanna Magga Chitta, Sakadagami Magga Chitta, Anagami Magga Chitta, Arahant Magga Chitta. So those are we call supramundane path consciousness. The supramundane results are mostly referred to as fruits and not result. Supramundane result we introduce as fruits. We doesn't call result. There is no difference in the meaning of these 2 words. Supramundane wholesomeness is something that produces instant result and not delayed result, as in the case of mundane wholesomeness. The mundane wholesomeness give result later, not just at understand the mundane consciousness, their result gain future. But the palachitta, we call the supramundane result chitta, its result gain immediately. Okay? Instant result arise. So that is why we call it is palachitta, not resultant chitta, we call palachitta. So, there are also 4 resultant supramundane consciousness as fruit consciousness of extreme entry, fruit consciousness of one returner, fruit consciousness of non-returner, fruit consciousness of holiness. So, Sotam Palachitta, Sakadagami Palachitta, Anagami Palachitta, Arahant Palachitta. There are no supramundane functional consciousness. There are 8 supramundane consciousness as 4 wholesome consciousness and 4 resultant consciousness. So the beginning we divided to 3 parts: wholesome, resultant and functional. All sense sphere, immaterial and fine material. But this supramundane consciousness, we, unlike the previous, now we should not divide it to 3 parts. It's only Prat and Prushan. There are no supramundane functional consciousness because each of path consciousness arises only one occasion in one person. Okay, Magachitta and Palachitta, Magachitta not arise again and again. When arise once, then he totally eradicate defilement. Then no need again arise second chitta. Sotapanna second path chitta no need arise, because when arise first path chitta, he eradicate defilement. Then no need again arise Sotapanna second path chitta. Then should arise Sakadagami path chitta. Then he eradicate another defilement. No need second time arise. With the arising of the path consciousness, the overcoming of the defilement will take place according to the strength of the particular consciousness. The path consciousness do not arise repeatedly because there are nothing to be overcome in already overcome defilements. So, anon it again arise, then defilement already overcome, eradicated. According to the brief method, there are 89 consciousness as 54 consciousness of sense sphere, 15 consciousness of fine material sphere, 12 consciousness of the immaterial sphere, and 8 supramundane consciousness. So according to 89 method. Among the 89, there are 12 unwholesome, 21 wholesome, 36 resultant, and 20 functional consciousness. One should understand them. Okay? There are 12 unwholesome, 21 wholesome, 36 resultant, and 20 functional consciousness. Oh, we should memorize them. These 89 consciousness are divided into sections as with roots, without roots, beautiful, wild, will, and mundane, supramundane. The number of consciousness in each section should be found out. The supramundane consciousness are not divided according to variations such as feeling. There are questions about all 89 chittas. You should answer. Okay? What is the supramundane path? Supramundane path. Lokottara Marga, we call supramundane path. We call Noble Eightfold Path. There are 8 factors. What is the supramundane consciousness? When arise the consciousness which arise together with this Noble Eightfold Path factors, then eradicate defilement. That consciousness we call supramundane consciousness. According to what matter are the supramundane consciousness classified? Oh, path and fruits. Yeah. We can divide it to Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Ariha. What is the other name for the supramundane resultant consciousness? Phalachitta. How many consciousnesses are there in total? Yes, 89 consciousness can again enlarge like 121. Now we are discussing here 29. How many beautiful and wild consciousness are there? How many beautiful consciousness? Sobhana Chitta? Yes. There are 30 Sobhana Chittas. What are the 30? No, Asobhana. Asobhana Chittas 30. 12 unwholesome asobana, 18 resultants asobana, then 30 asobana and 59 sobana. How many wholesome? 21. What are they? 8 sense sphere, 5 fine material, 4 immaterial, 4 marga, supramandi. Then how many unwholesome? 12. Unwholesome, 12. How many resultant? 36. What are they? 8 wholesome resultant rootless, 7 resultant rootless wholesome unwholesome, then 8 wholesome resultant, 5 fine material resultant, 4 immaterial resultant, 4 supramundane Prussian. So we call 36 vipaka. How many functional? 20 functional. What are they? 3 ahetuka, the rootless 3, and 8 wholesome sense sphere, 5 fine material, 4 immaterial. Then we call functional consciousness. There are 20, all are we discuss. So Venerables, you should again and again read them, and this counting you keep your mind. It's very helpful to the future lesson. Okay, let's take little break, small, then we continue lesson. Okay. Dhyana. Yeah. Someone can first dhyana, true. Someone can do second dhyana, third, fifth dhyana. Cannot, but who anyone practice only inside, then they attain to Magapala, we call first dhyana. Then first dhyana, Sotapanna. Because when they attain to Magapala, they are automatically their mind up to first dhyana level. Automatically they up to first dhyana level. Okay. Okay, our next lesson, 17. Okay. Descriptive method of the supramundane consciousness. It was stated earlier that there are 5 absorptions, such as the first absorption. Those absorption are found not only in the consciousness of the fine material sphere, but also in the supramundane consciousness. So we learned previously there are 5 absorption. So in fine material consciousness, when we study, we learn 5 absorption. First dhyana, second dhyana, third dhyana, fourth dhyana, fifth dhyana. So therefore the term absorption consciousness are used for supramundane consciousness. So this 5 jhana in we can find supramundane also. The supramundane consciousness that arise in those who have not attained absorption always contain in first absorption. Then Venerable Movi, your question, you ask this, who not attain absorption always contain the first absorption. The supramundane consciousness in those who have attained absorption can contain any of the 5 absorption. Therefore, the path consciousness of stream entry, which was taken as 1 according to brief method, become 5 as per the division according to absorption. So previously we studied there are 8 supramundane consciousness, there are 4 path consciousness, stream entry like this, then stream entry path consciousness, when according to 8 consciousness method there are only 1, but according to absorption jhana method there are 5. There are 5 stream entry consciousness can be arisen. What are they? First absorption consciousness of stream entry, second absorption consciousness of stream entry, third absorption consciousness of stream entry, fourth absorption consciousness of stream entry, fifth absorption consciousness of stream entry. Prathama dhyana sotapanna magga chitta, dutiya dhyana sotapanna magga chitta, tatiya dhyana sotapanna magga chitta, chatutta dhyana sotapanna magga chitta, panchama dhyana sotapanna magga chitta. There are 5 sotapanna path consciousness can be arisen. Similarly, there are 5 each of path consciousness of 1 resultant, non-resultant holiness. Then all are how many? As there are 5 each of supramundane consciousness as per the division according to absorption, there are 20 supramundane wholesome consciousness. There are supramundane wholesome consciousness 20. Similarly, as the 4 fruits consciousness also become 5-fold by the division according to absorption, there will be 20 supramundane resultant consciousness. As there are 20 each of wholesome consciousness and resultant consciousness, there will be 40 supramundane consciousness according to the detailed method. So there are 40 Magga and Phala supramundane consciousness. There are 20 path consciousness, 20 Magga Phala consciousness, fruit consciousness. So all are 40. Yes. 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 Hmm. Time management. They use think this little movement, how many consciousness arise? then this consciousness, the supermundane one consciousness, Magga Chitta Viti. Then how many thought processes arise in this movement? In Lord Buddha's given Dhamma, then within only 3 minutes, in these 3 minutes, how many thought processes arise? Then, when they listen Dhamma, their mind very peaceful. Then because when they absorb this Dhamma, automatically their mind come up to Samadhi. When listening, their mind become concentrate. It just few seconds, they totally full absorption. First jhana absorption arise because of their mind very pure. In this movement, when this listen Dhamma, but it's not only this movement, previously practice long lives, long times practice, this is the spirit. Then very few seconds, his mind totally pure. We call purification. Then, when purify his morality, then his mind become purified. Then purify mind penetrate inside, he complete this all knowledges very quickly, very fast. But so many consciousness can arise. There are billions, trillions times consciousness arise. Enough for that to attain Maggaphala. We can think it is too limited time, but in this time, according to Lord Buddha's time, it's just very big time. Not this, because we count the time as minute, second, but Lord Buddha duration this time we call Chittakkana. Very, very subtle. Then so many consciousness arise in this time. Enough time to arise this whole consciousness. So few Chitta Viti arise and they attain to Maggaphala. That is why very few minutes, then listening, all this process completed. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Among those 40 supramundane consciousness, there are 8 consciousness pertaining to the first absorption. There are also 8 consciousness of the second absorption. And the like as the consciousness of the first, second, third, fourth absorption are glad-minded. There are 32 glad-minded supramundane consciousness. As the fifth absorption consciousness, equanimous. Panchamadhyana, no? Panchamadhyana, fifth absorption we call equanimous. There are 8 consciousness, supramundane consciousness. Equanimous consciousness, there are 8. 27 Mahagata consciousness and the 40 supramundane consciousness make up the 67 absorption consciousness. It includes 11 first absorption consciousness. There are also 11 each of second, third, fifth absorption consciousness. Find the consciousness which belong to various absorption. So there are first jhana absorption 11, second jhana absorption 11, no? In counting everything, the supramundane consciousness which were shown in the brief and detailed method should be considered according to the particular method. There are 89 consciousness according to the brief method. There are 121 according to the detailed method. Henceforth, reference to consciousness will be made according to detailed method. Therefore, the analysis of consciousness should be practiced according to that method. The 121 consciousness are divided into 54 consciousness of sense sphere, 15 consciousness of fine material sphere, 12 consciousness of immaterial sphere, and 40 supramundane consciousness. All are 121. According to types, the 121 consciousness are divided as 12 unwholesome, 37 wholesome, 52 resultant, and 20 functional. According to feeling, there are 121 consciousness are divided as 63 glad-minded, 54 equanimous, and 3 sad-minded. Find the consciousness that belong to each of these sections. In dividing according to unprompted and prompted, take the Mahagata supramundane consciousness as prompted. Okay? All Mahagata consciousness, fine material, material, supramundane are prompted. Then 18 rootless are unprompted. Very easily can count them. So there are questions. How does it become 40 supramundane consciousness? According to absorption. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 absorption. According to absorption, it is become 40. What absorption will be contained in the supramundane consciousness of those who have not attained absorption of the fine material sphere? Yes? First jhana, first absorption. How many supramundane consciousness of the first absorption and the like are there? How many supramundane consciousness of the first absorption and the like are there? 8, no? 8 Maggacitta, 8 Palacitta. How many consciousness such as those of the first absorption are there among the 121 consciousness? Yes, yes. There are 11s. How many wholesome consciousness are there according to brief and detailed method? Oh, 21 and 37. Yes. How many wholesome consciousness are there according to brief and detailed method? Wholesome there are 21 and 37 according to long method. Then 17 and 26 we call brief method. How many wholesome consciousness are there according to, we discuss, no? How many resultant consciousness are there? Yes? How many resultant consciousness? 36 in brief matters, 52 long method. How many equanimous, glad-minded consciousness are there? 63. Equanimous? 50? 55. 55. $55 නේද? Because you count upekha sahagata and somanasa sahagata. Then domanasa sahagata also there are two, no? Three. Then all together should be 123. Then 63 plus 55. Yes. You can count. Huh? I say all chitta. Then lobha chitta there are 4. And moha chitta there are 2. Then unwholesome, resultant, rootless there are 6. Then wholesome, resultant, rootless there are 6. Then functional, rootless there are 2. Then maha kusala there are 4. Maha resultant viripaka 4. Maha kiriya 4. Then fifth dhyana 3. Fine material. Then Akasananchayatana, Vijnananchayatana, Akinchanya, there are 12. Then Maggachitta and Palachitta, there are 8. How many? 55. 55. Yeah. Okay? You should correct it. 55. Huh? Okay, we discuss all consciousness. Venerable, can you show that presentation? They can memorize all. Okay. Nothing. That's good. How? Yeah. He should focus the screen. No, it's okay. You can see there are chitta 89 consciousness or 121. There are 54 kamavachara, 15 rupavachara, 12 arupavachara. There are 8 in brief method, lokottara, supramundane, and 40 the long method. So there are the kamavachara sense sphere 54 consciousness can be divided to there are 12 unwholesome and 18 ahetuka rootless, and sobana there are 24 sobana. You can see there are 12 unwholesome, 18 rootless and beautiful. There are sobana 24. Then we can divide it to akusala again. There are 8 lobha and 2 dosa and 2 moha. That is the unwholesome 12 can be divided as this. Then there are ahetuka 18 rootless consciousness can be divided to 3 parts as ahetuka akusala vipaka, ahetuka kusala vipaka and ahetuka kiriya. So then here there are ahetuka akusala vipaka, there are 7. Ahetuka kusala vipaka, there are 8. Ahetuka kiriya, there are 3. Then sobana chitta can be divided. There are 24 sobana chitta, beautiful consciousness, can be divided to maha kusala. There are 8 maha kusala and 8 maha vipaka resultant and 8 functional maha kiriya. So we call maha kusala. Okay, then we can divide it to Rupavachara, fine material consciousness. Can be, there are 15 consciousness. There are 5 wholesome consciousness, 5 wholesome fine material consciousness, 5 resultant fine material consciousness, and 5 functional fine material consciousness. Then the Arupavachara, immaterial consciousness, there are 4 wholesome consciousness and 4 vipaka resultant consciousness and 4 functional consciousness according to immaterial consciousness. Then you can see Lokottara Supramandan, there are 8. Supramandan, there are 8 consciousness according to a brief method, Magga and Phala. There are 4 Magga Chitta and 4 Phala Chitta. Sotapanna Magga Chitta, Sakadagami Magga Chitta, Anagami Magga Chitta, Arahant Magga Chitta. Then Sotapanna Phala Chitta, Sakadagami Phala Chitta, Anagami Phala Chitta and Arahant Phala Chitta. Then there are, according to brief method, there are 8 consciousness, Sotapanna Adi, likewise there are. Then the long method, Sotapanna, 5 consciousness as a first dhyana, second dhyana, third dhyana, fifth dhyana, fourth dhyana, fifth dhyana. So there are 5 consciousness, Sotapanna Magga Chitta, Sakadagami 5 Magga Chitta, Anagami 5 Magga Chitta, Arahant 5 Magga Chitta. Then Sotapanna Phala Chitta 5 Phala Chitta, Sakadagami 5 Phala Chitta, Anagami 5 Phala Chitta, Arahant 5 Phala Chitta. They are all, we call 40 consciousness, the supramundane consciousness according to long method. So now we are already discussed this consciousness. So you practice and memorize. The all consciousness are very important when we learn Abhidhamma, then it is very helpful. So Venerable, now we are already have discussed about consciousness. There are 89 consciousness, so 121. So what's wrong? So 121 consciousness. Who can say that's all consciousness by heart? I gave a chance for you. One who can. You can use. So we all are read them. Okay. Unwholesome consciousness. There are 12. One, if you can explain about this whole consciousness, there are 12 unwholesome consciousness and 18 rootless consciousness and 24 unwholesome beautiful consciousness and what they are. Can explain about us. One who can explain about this all consciousness very nicely. Then the first unwholesome 12, 8 greed chitta, 2 dosa chitta, 2 moha chitta. සෝමනස්ස සහගත දිට්ඨිගත සම්පයුත්ත අසංකාරික සෝමනස්ස සහගත දිට්ඨිගත සම්පයුත්ත සසංකාරික සෝමනස්ස සහගත දිට්ඨිගත විප්පයුත්ත අසංකාරික සෝමනස්ස සහගත දිට්ඨිගත විප්පයුත්ත සසංකාරික උපේක්ඛා සහගත දිට්ඨිගත සම්පයුත්ත අසංකාරික උපේක්ඛා සහගත දිට්ඨිගත සම්පයුත්ත සසංකාරික උපේක්ඛා සහගත දිට්ඨිගත විප්පයුත්ත අසංකාරික උපේක්ඛා සහගත දිට්ඨිගත විප්පයුත්ත සසංකාරික. Then 2 දෝෂ චිත්ත. දෝමනස්ස සහගත පටික සම්පයුත්ත අසංකාරික දෝමනස්ස සහගත පටික සම්පයුත්ත සසංකාරික. Then 2 මෝහ චිත්ත. උපේක්ඛා සහගත උද්ධච්ච සම්පයුත්ත චිත්ත උපේක්ඛා සහගත විචිකිච්ඡා සම්පයුත්ත චිත්ත. There are 12. Then unwholesome resultant rootless consciousness, there are 7. උපේක්ඛා සහගත චක්කු විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත සෝත විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ගාහන විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ජීව විඤ්ඤාණ, දුක්ඛ සහගත කාය විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත සම්පටිච්ඡන, උපේක්ඛා සහගත සම්තීර්ණ. Then 8 wholesome resultant rootless. උපේක්ඛා සහගත චක්කු විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත සෝත විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ගාහන විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ජීව විඤ්ඤාණ, සුඛ සහගත කාය විඤ්ඤාණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත සම්පටිච්ඡන, සෝමනස්ස සහගත සම්තීර්ණ, උපේක්ඛා සහගත සම්තීර්ණ. Then 3 functional rootless consciousness. උපේක්ඛා සහගත මනෝද්වාරා වර්ජන, උපේක්ඛා සහගත පංචද්වාරා වර්ජන, සෝමනස්ස සහගත හසිතුප්පාද. Then there are 24 beautiful consciousness, 8 wholesome, 8 resultant, 8 functional. සෝමනස්ස සහගත ඥාන සම්ප්‍රයුක්ත අසංකාරික කුසල චිත්තං, සෝමනස්ස සහගත ඥාන සම්ප්‍රයුක්ත සසංකාරික, සෝමනස්ස සහගත ඥාන විප්‍රයුක්ත අසංකාරික, සෝමනස්ස සහගත ඥාන විප්‍රයුක්ත සසංකාරික, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ඥාන සම්ප්‍රයුක්ත අසංකාරික, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ඥාන සම්ප්‍රයුක්ත සසංකාරික, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ඥාන විප්‍රයුක්ත අසංකාරික, උපේක්ඛා සහගත ඥාන විප්‍රයුක්ත සසංකාරික. The same consciousness as resultant and functional. Then fine material consciousness, there are 15. First 5 we call wholesome, 5 resultant, 5 functional. Then vitakka, vichara, preeti, sukha, ekagata sahitam, first pratama dhyana, kusala chitta. And vichara, preeti, sukha, ekagata sahitam, dutiya dhyana, kusala chitta. Preeti, sukha, ekagata sahita, tatiya dhyana, kusala chitta. Sukha, ekagata sahita, චතුර්ථ ධ්‍යාන කුසල චිත්ත and උපේක්ඛා ඒකාගත සහිත Pratama Panchama Dhyana Kusala Chitta. Then Kusala Vipaka Kriya there are 15. Then five immaterial consciousness there are 12. Wholesome, resultant, functional. Then wholesome Akasananchayatana Kusala Chitta, Vinyananchayatana Kusala Chitta, Akinchanyayatana Kusala Chitta, Nevasanyana Satnyayatana Kusala Chitta. Then Kusala Chitta 4, Vipaka Chitta 4, Kiriya Chitta 4. Then supramundane consciousness according to brief method there are Sotapanna Magga Chitta, Sakadagami Magga Chitta, Anagami Magga Chitta, Arahant Magga Chitta. As Sotapanna Palachitta, Sakadagami Palachitta, Anagami Palachitta, Arahant Palachitta. Then according to long method there are 20 Magga Chittas. First dhyana, Sotapanna, Magga Chitta and Palachitta. Likewise there are 8 Sotapanna, Magga Chittas and Palachittas. So likewise we can divide it to this Magga Chitta and Palachitta according to 20 Magga Chitta, 20 Palachitta. There are 40 supramundane consciousness. Okay, you should very clever for that, this consciousness. So there are also 8 resultant consciousness of the sense sphere such as glad-minded, unprompted consciousness accompanied by knowledge with roots. So now already consciousness we have discussed. Okay, today I think we discuss about immaterial consciousness, supramundane consciousness, and briefly all 121 consciousness we have discussed today. So next day we will start the second chapter, Chetasika. So you read more and again and again you read more times and read them. So today I think it is time to conclude our class. Practicing, keep practicing and memorize and practice. When you learn something, apply your life and practice your wholesome way, develop wholesome merit. So when you study here, then your mind very pure, without defilement, clean, then it is subject to concentrate your mind. Then when you sit, you are practicing meditation, then very immediately you can get samadhi. Then when you get samadhi, you can contemplate about this Dhamma. Then your wisdom arises. So that is the way, whatever we learn, we should apply our practicing. So today we are learning this wholesome way, what our Lord Buddha explained to us, taught to us. So this all merit, today we have gathered so many merit we offer Lord Buddha as our gratefulness, our gratitudes. So Lord Buddha who enlightened the world and spread this Dhamma, this all merits we offer as Buddha Puja and Bodhi Puja to Lord Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Then I share this all merit my great teachers, my great meditation teacher, Venerable Pauk, Shadow, and my meditation teachers and who teach me Dhamma, that all Dhamma teachers. May they be long life and well, peaceful, happy, and develop their paramis, fulfill their paramis, and develop their morality, concentration, wisdom, and realize path, Krishna, Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And everyone, practice this wholesome way, develop our whole mind, we purify our mind, develop in morality, concentration, and wisdom, fulfill parami, and realize path, Krishna, Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you so much, dear Venerable.